Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we have got Spain at ALR Racing League. Last week was an insane race, go check it out. On the other hand, it was time for qualifying. Let's get it. In our first lap, going through turn 2, we make a little bit of a mistake on exit, and then going through the long right-hander later in the lap, we make a massive mistake, which costs us about 0.5 of a second. And now coming on to our second lap, we go through turn 9, and this is where we make our mistake, and now we are down 0.3, so this is not going good for us. And now coming on to our third and final lap, someone is on the racing line, but we got to put that behind us and make sure we put the best lap of our lives together. But now, as you can see on our third lap, we've invalidated it, which means we'll be starting 6th in the race. Right, now onto the race, and I wanted to make a one-stop work, so we are going to be going from softs to hards, and if there was a safety car, we would plan as we go. If you haven't seen the last video, there was a glitch where our clutch didn't work. I still haven't fixed it, even to this day, so the next 3 episodes are probably still going to have that clutch glitch, so we're going to be starting on pause. But now, coming up to the starting line, this is 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we pause the game for the start of the race. But we do get a worse start than everyone around us, which is to be expected. But then into second gear, and the person next to us actually gets a terrible start. We go down the inside of the Mercedes, and we find ourselves into P5 in this race, but the Red Bull of Pogba on the medium tyres has gotten past us, and we have to get past him very quickly if we want to maximize the softs in this race. But now, coming on to the end of lap 2, as you can see, we are still right behind Pogba as he gets a bit of our shape. But Steve Dodds has absolutely lost it on the exit of the last corner, and he is out of the race. We get past Pogba in the same corner, and we are up into the podium positions. Onto lap 5, and as you can see, Pogba is behind us, and he's not that far behind us, but not too close either. And as you can see, near the end of the straight, he was really close to overtaking us, which just shows the straight line speed that he has over our car. Onto the next lap now, and going through turn 4, we go a little bit wide, and we go on exit, we apply the throttle a little bit too early, and Pogba almost makes a move, but he also backs out, which leaves us as we were. But now, coming on to the main straight, we use the ERS yet again to make sure that Pogba can't get past us, but our tyres are absolutely dead, so we turn off the ERS straight away and we let Pogba pass, and we go down into P4, but I don't think it's going to take long because our tyres are going off and we are going to have to pit soon. And now coming on to the end of that lap, we are going to be boxing, and we do come into the box. The tyres were absolutely dead. I think they were at like 70%. As we come into the lane, someone crashes just outside, and there is a full-blown safety car, and so this was exactly perfect time to pit. I decided to go for the hard tyres. As I said, I'm going for a one stop. Now 3 laps under the safety car, and we can probably make it to the end of the race. Right, and now it's time for the safety car restart. We are going to be starting in P6 behind Heisenberg and in front of Alex Talent, and now it's time to go. And as you can see, the Ferrari up ahead, he has crashed out, and now we are up into P5. Very unfortunate for him. Everyone else is on the medium tyres. I don't think there is anyone else on the hard tyres in this race. KDB has a penalty, so hopefully we can stick with him and get in front of him due to his penalty. And now coming on to the end of lap 11, Heisenberg and Garbage Man up ahead, and Garbage Man does not get the greatest exit out of the final corner, so me and Heisenberg both think attack at the exact same time. We both put on the ERS, go for the charge, but as they go side by side, I realize there is no point in carrying on the fight because we play side by side and there's no way I can get past. So just trying to do the switchback, which doesn't really work, and we're going to stick with our position for now. And now going through the place where Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton crashed, and going through turn 4, we run a little bit wide, and Alex Talent takes this as an opportunity to go down on the inside and then round the outside. We try to outbrake him. We do lock up a little bit, and luckily it got ghosted for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why. When I'm going down into turn 5, we keep it around that outside, and Alex Talent gets a very bad exit, and we take the position straight back from him. And now we're into P5. And now going through turn 9, Alex Talon actually gets a much better exit than us, and I wasn't expecting him to go for the move, but he absolutely dives down our inside. I was not happy with that move, and McSalis is able to get through on Slimy Cam as well behind. I was fuming at this point. And now going into turn 1 on lap 13, as you can see, Garbage Man has absolutely lost it on the exit of turn 2. McSalis gets past us straight away. We had to brake very early just to avoid Alex Talent, who almost got caught up in the incident, and therefore McSalis was able to get past us. And now we're down into P6 as there is a VSC, and McSalis goes off the track, but he luckily stays ahead of us, or unluckily for us, luckily for him. And now here is the safety car restart. I think we hit at a bad time, and so we did lose a little bit of time to the people up ahead, but we moved. And now coming on to the end of lap 15, the beginning of lap 16, we have finally caught up to Alex Talent. McSalis has already gone past him, and I don't know exactly what Alex Talent did. He moved twice, which he shouldn't be doing. But anyway, we get past him and up into P5 in this race. On to the very next lap, and as you can see, McSalis right up ahead sets the fastest lap, and we respond with the fastest lap on the hard tyres, which just confirms our pace. And now going on near the end of lap 17, there is a VSC that has been deployed, which becomes a full safety car. I was about to pit and then I didn't, and that was probably the biggest mistake I've made in this race. I am now the lead car behind Zabs and Heisenberg, and Zabs is the only one on hards. I was hoping that he'd be able to hold them up for at least a lap or two. And now the safety car is coming in this lap, so I have to make sure that my tyres are warmed up, and I do have to back the pack up, although I wasn't actually thinking about backing the pack up. And as I go through here, I remember that I have to back the pack up, and so I decide, why not just not back the pack up, and let's keep going. And we caught Zabs off by surprise. We caught him off too much by surprise that Heisenberg overtakes him, which is a massive problem, as he'll probably be able to catch me up very quickly and overtake me quickly, and we won't be in contention for the win. But now, coming on to lap 24, we managed to hold Heisenberg off. He has been catching us slowly, and now it is crunch time versus him. Although, we have pulled about 4.5 seconds to the guys behind, such as the Solari and Zabs and everyone else. And so, we are in prime position to get P2 in this race, which I would be very happy with. Coming on to lap 25, he sets the fastest lap, and yeah, he was a much faster driver. We are on much older hards, so we just let him by. But now going on to the next lap, Heisenberg doesn't get the greatest exit out of the chicane, and he has a 3-second time penalty, which throws a spanner into the works, which means if we can stay within DRS range, we have a chance of winning this race yet again. And now coming on to lap 30, we have still stayed within Heisenberg's DRS, and our tyre indicator is orange. Heisenberg goes very, very wide, he even clips the grass, and at this point I knew I had to overtake him if I wanted any chance of staying in front of the people behind. And so now, coming on to the end of that lap, I knew I had to get a much better exit than he does, and we do. And we have a full battery to deploy, which we are using all of it now to get maximum straight line speed. As you can see, the closing speed is massive, and we go down the inside of Heisenberg. We brake late, although we do miss the apex a little bit. Luckily there was no contact. Heisenberg did very well to avoid an incident. On to the start of the last lap of the race. Heisenberg is going to be chasing us down. Our tyre indicator is on red. I can confirm, I think our tyres were at 78% by the end of the Grand Prix, but Heisenberg goes for the move. Right now my focus was not him, my focus were the people behind, who are only 2.4 seconds. Luckily we managed to hold them off for the rest of the lap, and we also managed to not get a puncture as Heisenberg comes across the line to win it on track, but we come across the line to win it. Our second win of the season. 2 for 2, let's go. And now we are on to the podium ceremony as we get a trophy for our first multiplayer victory. Obviously last week's didn't count as it was only an after race win, but a win is a win. The race standings can be seen on screen. I thank you all for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next one next week Sunday.